Pyru. I said I'm the oldest living active member of Pyru in Compton. I represent Pyru. I'm the oldest active Pyru. Okay. I say I'm the oldest active Pyru. The oldest active.
What it do, Top Media TV? Thanks for tuning in, y'all. So, Ayatollah Marv is on Wack 100's head real tough. Him and Wack been going at it for a long time. But we gonna break down the reason why Ayatollah Marv, the oldest active living Pyru, is going in on Wack. Y'all heard what I said? The oldest active living Pyru now. He's 74 years old, but he lets it be known that he's not only the oldest living Pyru, or the second oldest, but he's active, which makes him the oldest active living Pyru, and he likes to make that clear. And you know, we gonna get into it, and we gonna see why he's qualified to even say he's active, because y'all would be surprised and y'all wouldn't believe, you know, what he did. But we gonna get right into it, man. So it really all started when Ayatollah Marv got on the internet and was doing interviews. He wasn't really dissing nobody, but because, you know, he was saying how he was the oldest Pyru at the time, or the oldest active Pyru, he was asked, and Wack was asked about who Ayatollah Marv is, and Wack said he didn't know the dude. So from there, Ayatollah Marv, you know, was speaking about how Wack 100 is confused because you can't be a blood and you can't be a Pyru. Because Wack said he's a blood and a Pyru. So Ayatollah Marv, he went against that.
Someone like Wack 100, Bang Pyru, and he from, how you say, Pacoima?
From Pacoima. Confused. 2 P's and a B. Pacoima Pyru Bloods.
Okay.
You're a blood or you're a Pyru.
So you can't be both?
No.
So when he say that, well, I guess I'm confused now. So yeah. What exactly is Wack?
He just came up. I can say, I don't know you, nigga. He's a 2000 dude.
So, you know, Ayatollah Marv, you know, was kind of, you know, explaining how Wack 100, you know, was a nobody at death row. He didn't come around until after 2000. He also said Wack isn't, you can't be a blood and a Pyru. So he's confused. And that's when all hell went loose regarding Wack and his relationship with Marv, because from then on, Wack was going in on Marv like crazy. He started calling him a snitch and everything. And that's really what triggered Ayatollah Marv to stay in Wack's head. Now, this was about a year to 2 years ago, y'all. And it gets even real more serious. But this is what Wack said for those that don't know about Ayatollah Marv calling him Wack calling Ayatollah Marv a snitch for helping Suge Knight.
He came with the message, but he said, yeah, he didn't think I identified as no gang member to you. He was, I said, nigga was in the suit. I said, well, where all this coming from? I'm confused. He said, Wack, the nigga 70-something years old. How else he gonna get somebody to look at him? You don't hear this nigga name in no music. You don't see this nigga in no movements, in no nothing. 70-something years old until he starts screaming Wack name in 2022. No, bro. Meek Mill is like the fact you know you's a coward. You know you call my phone begging and pleading, Wack, please, can you get... Gang spoke on it, I think, on Niggas ain't never heard of this nigga. I don't even know where he came from. I called G now. I said, G, he said, man, Wack Blood wasn't around no way. He just run around there talking. I said, who's this nigga, man? He talking about these 70-something years old. Niggas ain't never heard of this nigga. I said, I seen the nigga one time. The man was doing something, or not even the man, nigga was running for mayor. And Wacko called me and asked me to pull up my GB taco truck on Rosecrans and Ventral. And I pulled up. Dude was over there with a bunch of church people. He said, hey, my name is Marvin. I'm with the church people. We're standing with the air to kind of get him in there. Appreciate the support. That was it. I saw he never said he was a Pyru, a gang member. He was an old ass man. I wasn't even thinking to even asking no shit like that. When I say that there was no connection with the Pyrus or the Bloods, he's saying with Death Row, man, that dude is a liar.
He definitely just said all of that shit.
And then he said, I never picked up a rag. He said, I never picked up a rag. I said, nigga, how is you dictator trying to politic and you? He said, the nigga in the
like, bro, what is that?
yeah, this nigga right here. And see, now he gonna make me, you know, he took the stand and said, identify Bone, said Bone had a gun. I heard that. I already know, bro. I already know. That's what I'm talking about. And then the nigga said in the end.
Now, you know, that was Wack 100 explaining how Ayatollah Marv had got on the stand to help Suge Knight's case by saying Bone had a gun, you know, so that Suge can come home. You know, that's what Wack was saying, whether it's true or not. So this back and forth between Wack and Ayatollah Marv was going for a while until it got real serious, because Wack 100's homie Slick from Campanella Park, Peru, had got on Clubhouse and they was going in on Ayatollah Marv. Now, Marv had let it be known that he can't get at Wack, you know, even though he would love to see Wack face to face ever since they encounter. He can't really get to Wack because he says Wack is in Dubai, he's in London, he's living his life. He's a millionaire, right? So Marv is saying, you know, that because of that, you know, they can't really have an encounter. But Slick, who's from Campanella Park, Peru in Compton, decided to, you know, jump on a bandwagon and go in on Ayatollah Marv. So him and Wack had got on Clubhouse discussing Ayatollah Marv.
Mayor Wacko knew he was trying to. Okay, well, Wacko had me pull up that day. It was a bunch of like church, you know, do the mayor. So I met dude that day, but he didn't look like the typical G homie in they 60s. You know how the homies be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got mad at me because when I did a interview with Melly Mel, and he was like, Marv is the big homie. I said, he ain't my big homie.
No, I don't know him. Like I said, homie, I don't know him. I don't know none of the G homies that speak on him. When I did see him, he greeted me like an elderly from the church. The church people. No cap.
He dressed like that, and then he went back on Melly Mel and said the Campanellas needed a mask, and that's why they got Slick.
But he said them ain't no project.
The projects is projects. Yeah,
that's what I said.
Wilmington Orange is project. The APs is projects. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of project. It's like the Nickersons and the PJs. But I think, man, they just going on interviews to get clout. And
that's what I think. Because when I seen him that day at the little mayor thing, he was humble. The nigga gone. He didn't lock the peas with me. He didn't tell me I'm such and such and whoop-de-whoop-whoop.
So as y'all can see, Slick, who's a Peru from Compton, was going in on Ayatollah Marv, saying that's not his big homie. And he was on Clubhouse with Wack saying all this. Now, right after that, maybe a month or two later, Wack 100 threatens Ayatollah Marv and says, I'm going to show you what the bag do. Y'all heard that? Alleging that he's going to put a hit out on Ayatollah Marv's head, you know. And that's pretty much when things became real serious. So after Wack had said that, and I'm going to play the audio, man, where Wack actually says that, because some people might not even believe that Wack would say that to an older Peru, and Wack is a Peru.
He's not from Compton. That ain't what you said. Okay, I'm old. I forget what the fuck I said. What did I say, bro? Let me get this right. So if a nigga ain't from Compton, he ain't a Peru, what you say? I don't think homie's gonna stand with you. You can't tell motherfuckers all over the state that you own Peru and niggas think that you run Peru. Nigga, you don't. Have I ever said I ran Peru? Yes, sir. You indicated that. Well, point, bro. Where we gonna meet at? Where we gonna meet at, bro? No, whatever you wanna do, all you gonna do is die, nigga. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what happened if you do. That's all you gonna do is die. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where can we do this at? I tell you what. I'm gonna show you what this bag do. I'll holler at you. Okay.
All right, y'all. As y'all can see, man, the beef is very serious, man. There is no turning back, because now Wack 100 put out a hit on Ayatollah Marv, allegedly, from what he said. We don't know if that's the case, but y'all heard earlier, right, when the Peru Slick, who was Wack's homie, had dissed Ayatollah Marv with Wack, you know. But now things became real serious because Ayatollah Marv, man, is not playing. And because he said he was going to do something in Wack. And now you have somebody like a Slick in Compton, you know, on Compton Boulevard. And is a big possibility that they go run into each other. Well, it just happened that Ayatollah Marv and Slick had ran into each other, man. And, you know, things went bad for Slick. And, you know, Ayatollah Marv is pretty much going to describe how he got busy that day. He got active, you know, and even though he's 74 years old, you know, he will get busy, you know. But check what Ayatollah Marv said, y'all.
Slick, I seen him. This guy Slick, I seen him on the online talking pretty bad about you and Pyro. What just wasn't real. He just questioned your credibility in the neighborhood. Like,
call him now. Call him now. He is a legend.
he's a legend.
Oh, he said I wasn't a legend. He's a legend now.
Yeah. I mean, what gives someone the...
I know how it came about, but it's been situated, you know. Slick a good dude. I mean, you know, he was just misguided. So, you know, sometimes the pecking order is so out right now. You know, they say if you play with a dog or play with a puppy, he'll lick you in the face. That's the, so we got so many of these young dudes that think that we through and that they can say anything out their mouth. This media got people confused. I had to change my monogram. They call that OG, original gangster. I'm a RG, a real gangster. If you fuck with me, I will shoot your ass. Period.
Wow.
If you run down Rosecrans and fuck with me, something is gonna happen, or something gonna happen to me.
Wow.
Some people just talk that shit. I'm about that shit, really. So you just can't say shit to me and think it's just over. This is just a podcast. I tell him, man, Slick just got what I was gonna give to a Wack 100. It's talking about knocking me out.
Wack 100, you and Wack 100, he backed off of you, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he got his where he wanted to be. He'd be in Dubai. I can't go to Dubai. I'm on federal parole, so he gonna stay out my way.
Wow.
But anybody that's gonna be in my way, they should tread lightly on what they say to people. Because everybody ain't like, okay, it's just like, I've never been the type of dude, and me and my folks ain't been the kind of dude that you get drunk and fuck you, E, I don't give a fuck about. And they say a drunk speaks a sober mind. Tell you what this bag gonna do. That's critical in my life. You got enough money so you gonna put a hit on me? So if I just take that lightly, if I allow you to say it, the next lame gonna say it, or the next lame gonna do it. Oh yeah, man, he ain't this, he ain't that, you know, they buffaloed. But, you know, it didn't work out well.
It didn't work out well.
Ayatollah Marv, the world's oldest living pyro, getting busy at 75 years old. Y'all heard him say if you run down on him in Compton, something's gonna happen to him or something's gonna happen to you. You know, that's what Marv said. And of course, you know, Wack 100 put out the bag on Marv, and you know, Wack 100 and Slick was going in on Ayatollah Marv. So who knows, man? But you know, once Ayatollah Marv and Slick had run into each other in Compton, the rest is history, man. Ayatollah Marv getting busy, 74 years old. Y'all seen Reggie Rice comment explaining, you know, him and Slick's situation, man. Ayatollah Marv is not playing at 74. If you diss him and he catches you on the street, he will get busy, and he made that clear, man. He's gonna shoot you. But let me know what y'all think, man, about the whole beef between Wack and Ayatollah Marv getting pretty serious. Marv said you can't come to Compton, you know, especially after he instigated kind of the situation with Slick and, you know, Marv. But Top Media TV, let me know what y'all think, man, in the comment section, man, about Ayatollah Marv. Very unique individual, man, for him to be active at 74, getting busy, you know. Top Media TV, man. Peace, y'all.